All right. Hello, everyone. My name is Amy. I am the Black Cat Stitcher here on YouTube and on Instagram. And this is my 2-month update for my cross-stitching and crafty endeavors. Yeah, I missed out on the end of April because my house, I was doing a lot of landscaping projects and spending a lot of my time outside. So honestly, during the month of May, my stitching has suffered. So I did not complete the, challenge goals that I had set for myself for the monthly acrostic for the monthly magazine challenge Facebook group. Also, the word was mahogany, which is a long ass word. So I didn't do 3 of those letters, but I got most of them. So I'm proud of that for sure, given the amount of time I spent doing projects around my house instead of stitching. So yeah, also you'll notice I'm in a totally different spot. I believe kind of sitting in front of my large window in my living room gives a lot of glare to some of my projects and in my videos. So I'm testing this spot as maybe a better location for lighting. So it's not so bright and you can see, my projects a little better. So we're gonna see what's up with this spot and see if it's better in my dining room rather than in my living room. But anyway, I have 2 months worth of progress to show you here. Now I did my last video about mid-April. So it would have been a quick turnaround for the month of April. So some of these projects would be from the very last couple weeks of April, and some of them will be for May. So this one is from both months. This is my Stitch for Pride sampler 2025. I am keeping up with everything. But yeah, this one here was from the April, and this one here is from May. Now this young lady who is represented by this motif, she was from my neck of the woods up here in Minnesota, and she's a Native American guide. She would have been what we call a two-spirit person today. And there was a lot of learning for this month about, what two-spirit means. And of course, the historic, context behind this person's, life. And you'll notice that I'm saying this person because I taught myself towards the end of April how to say it correctly. So for my video, that never happened. So now if I tried, I would fail absolutely miserably at pronouncing their name correctly. But I promised myself that I would practice for next video and be able to say it correctly for my next month's video. And this one, I haven't done the learning portion for this one yet. I haven't read anything, so I'm not going to really talk about this one. I will talk about it next month when I have become smarter by next week. Yeah, I'm planning on listening to the podcasts and the videos during work tomorrow in the background as I am doing my desk work. And then I'll read the articles, and stuff that is part of the learning portion. I don't know, probably later today, honestly. All right, this next project is, I lost the cover photo, so we're gonna have to deal. But this is Bait and Tackle by Design Works. It's a kit that my brother bought on Amazon for me. But I started here in the gas pump. I had done the back stitching for the word gas here in black, and it was meant to be red. So I frogged and redid that, and then continued back stitching the black, on the side here of the gas pump hose thing right here. And then I brought that up the side of the roof here, to the corner of over here. So the next I went to the background here with the sand and the lake here and backstitched this, the reeds. I did a little bit in the roof, but I'm going to keep working in the roof and the sign area for the next time that I pick this up, which I honestly don't have any immediate plans to work on it at the moment. But, you know, maybe next month in July, the prompts for the Magazine Monthly Challenge will bring that one out again, but it's not going to come out in June. All right, this one you haven't seen for a while, honestly. This is Carnation and Clemantis by Whoopicat on Etsy. That's the shop name. What I did, I had a whole bunch of strings hanging here. I stitched those in, and then I finished this green down here. I had a little bit of it, but I, brought it over here. And then I picked up this dark green, and I'm color completing that here in the top half of the work. And of course, interspersed within that, I've been working on filling in the massive amount of cream color here in the background. I brought the cream, across the top here to the end. And then I've been working here there's like a massive chunk of cream over here in this corner that I'm trying to knock out. But that one will be coming out again in June. I feel like I've neglected this one quite a bit, so I'm making an effort to bring her back out again to get some more progress on her. All right, next one. Ooh, this one's special. Okay, well, to me it's special. But this one will be Yipee by Stitch by Darcy. In April, I finished my first of that design. I'm giving this one to my brother, and I did it without the backstitch because I like it without, so I'm not too keen on putting in the effort to put in the backstitch on these. But this month in May, I brought out the second one, and it's probably actually this way, to be honest, not that it matters. But yeah, this is the second one that I'm doing for my cousin. I did 1,000 stitches on that this month. This one, of course, you all know if you watched my whip parade, I'm planning on doing at least 1,000 stitches on that one every month. So I will continue doing that. Next, here we got this I believe I brought out for Spring Go in April. Last time you saw it, I believe I was just right here underneath the top of his nose. And for Spring Go, I brought it down his neck, a little bit in his chest area as well. Yeah, I'll continue working my way down for this one. Oh, and this is by Rocking Horse Designs on Etsy. And she's got a whole bunch of different animals that, are similarly rainbow-fied. So if you have a pet that's rather unusual, I bet you'll be able to find it there, because I have a lizard or a gecko, and they have a gecko. One of the types of geckos that I have in there, which surprised me. So next one is Princess Elliana by Mirabilia. And again, I brought this out for Spring Go in April. And she's upside down, but this is her. I think I was working mostly here in the hand area, and brought, this darker purple down a little bit. And then I think I went back up this direction, and the next column that I'm working on is kind of like this section here. I did the bottom because I was completing the strings that I had, before putting them away. But yeah, this part is what I'm going to work on next, filling in that. So that should be fun. But I don't have any immediate plans to bring her out again. We'll see where the Magazine Monthly Challenges bring me. Oops, the pattern needs to go back in there. 1 second, let me do that. Boop, boop. All right, put this in a pile neat enough that it won't disintegrate. Okay, this one. All right. So this is my Focus on a Finish project. It is You Belong to Me by Long Dog Samplers. And here's the whole kit and caboodle. I'm, you know, in the immediate future gonna work on, Jesus, I need to fold this in half. Work on filling this blank space in here. As much as I can, to be honest. I did run out of this emerald color. I miscalculated and I did not buy enough. And I'm getting low on this one as well. I have one full skein of the red and I'm hoping that'll take me to the end. And I think I ran, or I'm getting close to being done with the light green as well. The light green I can easily get again. That is by Roxy Floss Company. These two, however, or these three, are by shops on Etsy. I haven't checked the red to see if they have this in stock still, or they still make this on the shop I bought it from. But the blue and the dark green here, the shop no longer carries them. I mean, I bet I could reach out and message them on Etsy to see if they can specially dye a couple skeins for me so I can finish this project. But I'm gonna try and finish or see how far the blue takes me before I do that, just so I know exactly how much I need to order. But if that's not something that the shop can do, suggestions in the comments will be helpful of what kind of, you know, colors you feel are similar to this blue and to the green. But yeah, it should be okay, I think, because basically the blue is like a dark navy. There's tons of colors like that, and it's like an emerald green. So I bet I could even find a DMC that's relatively close to those two and keep going if I need be. But yeah, I've kind of burnt myself out on this one a little bit. So I've kind of decided I'm taking a wee bit of a break this month. And of course the Whip-Go gods called that one to be worked on for next month. So I'm only gonna bring it out once and focus on some of my other projects instead next month. Just give myself a wee bit of a breather, and maybe I'll miss it again and bring it out more often later. But this next one is Museum Shelf by Amy Stewart, and no, I'm not taking it out of the snap. But I worked on this again for Spring Go. I finished this column and did maybe a little more than half of the second column in that page that I'm working on. And this one page, unfortunately, isn't that interesting to work on. I think we've got a stack of books that's forming here. And then I think there's like a vase of some such there in the corner here. And of course, the edge, like the very edge of the frame of Starry Night. I'll work on that. So yeah, I wanted to bring it out more often, and Spring Go gave me that opportunity, thankfully. So hopefully I will be able to match this to prompts more in the future. Because like I said in my previous video, or one of my previous videos, I don't think it was the most immediately previous video, but I felt bad that I was doing only one page, essentially. The one page finish would get called on Whip-Go. I'd work on it furiously for like a month to get that page finish done, and then it would sit in the corner for the entirety of the rest of the year. So I want to make a conscious effort to work on that more often. So, but the last thing on this list is not stitching, but it is knitting. So this is my knitted blanket. Ta-da! This is the full deal. I'm getting close. So I worked on, this dark blue stripe and this stripe here, this lighter blue stripe. And I'm going to bring this as my work project with me, with the next stripe for the month of June, until I finish the next stripe. Like I said in my whip parade, my goal is to do at least a singular stripe per month. And so far I've been keeping my promise, but if I need to kick something down the road, that probably will be the first. I like doing knitting like sporadically, because once I've memorized the pattern, it's not really capturing my mind all that much. So I do it when I'm in a moving vehicle because cross stitching makes me motion sick. But I also do it on airplanes if I get on those, because I don't want to elbow my partner or my seatmate, I guess, not my partner, by cross stitching. And knitting is more of a contained project. And yeah, I just kind of essentially force myself to bring it out and do the stripe a month unless I'm traveling somewhere, which recently I haven't been doing. So anywho, plans. So I am working through 2 challenge groups this year, WhipGo and Magazine Monthly Challenge Facebook group. I'm doing the acrostic. For WhipGo, the 2 calls were Elemental Dragons, Fire, I believe I'm on. I'm doing all 4. I've finished Earth and I'm working on Fire currently. I'm gonna work on that one, and You Belong to Me, of course, I mentioned previously, is going to be was called for WhipGo this month for June. So I'll work on that once, just 1,000 stitches. So then she's gonna take a little bit of a break. She's going to be put in timeout because I ran out of thread, and I don't know, that probably gave me a little bit of a mental block, but also I've been working on it pretty consistently for the entirety of this year, and I started with almost nothing done on that project, and now I have almost 6 whole pages done. Like, I don't think I even had 1 page done when I started it as my focus on a finish. So yeah, I've been giving that one a lot of love and attention, and it's time that I took a wee bit of a break, because that's a huge project, and yeah, the running out of thread was somewhat of a mental blow, unfortunately. But anywho, I'll get over it eventually. I just need a breather. What else am I planning on working for next month? Of course, Yipee. I'm actually going to work on that twice, because the word is sweets, I believe, for the magazine acrostic, and I've assigned that project to the S, both S's, so I'll get 2,000 stitches done on that one. Colorful Cat I'm gonna bring out as the theme for the monthly magazine acrostic. That, I believe, was Candy Shop, and my reasoning was it's colorful like candies in the candy shop. So what else did I have that I was planning on? Oh, I'm gonna bring Carnation and Clemantis out again this next month, because I feel like I haven't been giving her any love. I'm gonna do my stripe and try and keep up with the Stitch for Pride sampler. So that's my plans for the month of June. As far as videos go, I'm going to give a different style of video a shot. I've seen Stitchman Darcy and Elliana on YouTube. Those Flosstubes have been doing more of a vlog style Flosstube, where they film immediately before they start a project and then immediately after they finish and put it away for the month. And I feel like that style might suit me. The The past couple videos, you've noticed I haven't been doing any editing at all because that had become more of a chore for me. Putting the inserts of the befores and showing the after. I will keep doing that for whip parades and whatnot because that's a special occasion, but it wasn't bringing me any joy to do that amount of editing on any of my videos, because it was more of a school project or a chore than fun, which this is supposed to be fun, so I'm gonna make it fun. But I also really enjoy when I'm watching other people's floss tubes, you know, seeing the before and seeing exactly how much progress that people make. So I want to try the vlog style so that my videos will still have that with very minimal editing. Just have to shove some clips together. So that I think I can manage in terms of editing. But we'll see. We're going to give it a test next month and see what happens. So in my next video, you'll see me wearing this exact same outfit. But anywho, also the next 3 months, June, July, and August, are the busy months at the museum that I work at because it's summer. We have all of our big, you know, events, yearly events that we do during those months. The fair is in August, which brings a crap ton of people to our museum because we're close to the fairgrounds. So all the people that come to the fair come to the museum, which is nice. But it's a lot. It's a very, very long week. And we also have extravaganza, which is another big event that we put on. It's a full day in the hot sun, but that's not quite as exhausting as Fair Week is, just because it's only one day on a Saturday. But we do a lot during that event. The name kind of, you know, gives it away. It's extravagant. So during the end of June, we'll probably be ramping up, really focusing on finishing the planning process for that event. So yeah. Oh, and during extravaganza this year, we've changed it up a little bit, and we're doing demonstrations of traditional crafts. And I am going to demonstrate cross stitch. So I'm pretty excited about that. I'll tell you how that goes and see if I can convert any kiddos into picking up a new hobby. I doubt I will. I'm not that exciting, frankly. But that will be a lot of fun. And yeah, I'm excited. Anywho, I think that's all I have to talk about. Hopefully I will see you at the end of June, unless I get wrapped up again. Because I remember I think I skipped my June video, and then I did a mid-year whip parade at the end of August because I just couldn't find time to film in June and July, or August. But anywho, I will try my best and not do that this year. I'm rambling now. Have a good rest of your month, and I will see you, hopefully, in the beginning of July, end of June. Bye-bye.